Today we're changing out all of the rollers on the sliding door for the driver's side on this 2015 Toyota Sienna. On our van currently, when you open the door, you'll hear some of the bearings are starting to fail, namely these ones, but we'll also do the middle and low. We do have the parts for the middle and low, and I will just show you how to do the top, but I do not have the part for it. To do all three of these, you'll need a variety of 10 and 12 millimeter sockets and wrenches available, as well as a floor jack. And it's super helpful if your window works, because you'll want to roll it down. To start with, make sure that your power doors are turned off. If they are on, you'll see the little red label right there, and we'll turn them off to make sure we can easily slide them manually while we're working on this, because you do have to kind of move things around to get them out of the rollers, or the rail, I should say. We're going to start with the lowest one. Want to support the door. You don't have to put heavy pressure against it, just enough to hold it. And then I already rolled the window down. You only need that for the middle one, but I am known for forgetting halfway through, so I'm just going to do it now so my hands aren't full when I need it rolled down. To remove this, we have to take off the 12 millimeter bolt here. There's one under here, and because of that we have to take off this 10 and this 10 and just lift this up so we can access the bolt. You will want to make marks because this does pivot a little bit on the back, and it is reliant on like how this matches up back here. So just make notes of how this is mounted so that you don't run into problems later when you reassemble. With the bolts removed for the 10 mils, go ahead and pop it up, and we'll take off that 12 and that 12. These 12 mils are stuck on pretty hard, so if you have an impact that you want to use to get it off, just be careful, making sure that your door is supported before you do that. Now that this is free, just pivot up and remove. This one looks okay, but let's see how the rollers. A little bit of resistance. This one's still probably got 50%. This one's probably like 20% life left. And that one's still doing okay. Our passenger side is much worse than this. Match up your new parts. Obviously make sure the new rollers are good, none of them are sticking, and install in reverse order. Lower rollers are replaced, everything's been snugged up. I'll lower the jack, and then we'll make sure everything works before going to the middle section. Just because of how finicky these doors are, I like to put the power door section back on and let it go in and out a couple times to make sure that there's no adjustments that need to be made. That way I don't finish all three and not know which one it went wrong with. Middle one is a little trickier just because we're working with this corner, and having it near the corner is an absolute must. But once you take this off, the back of your door will go anywhere. The front is only supported by that roller and the one we just replaced. So once you take this off, there's nothing holding the rear, and you can severely damage the door. So be very careful, make sure you have your jack supporting it before doing anything else. And what we'll do is we will take these two bolts out. They are 10 mil, and then these 3 12 mil. They're on here pretty good, especially if these are the ones that you have had since the car was made. It'll be very difficult to take off. You need a lot of force. And while doing that, you'll start pulling on the glass when you do it, so be very mindful of how much torque you put on here versus how much the door is pulling against the window so you don't shatter your window. Once you get all 5 of those off, this kind of rolls around the corner, and what I did on the passenger was I kind of supported this gently, and that way I didn't mess up any of the cables, lowered it down and pivoted it out. And there was a Toyota tech online that said if you roll the window down, it's a lot easier than with it up and trying to get your hand around on this side to mess with stuff. So that's why you want to roll the window down. Unfortunately, it's hard to record while we do this, so I've already replaced it. I've re-snugged these up. Just to note, when you're getting the new one on coming in, this is gonna hit against this. So be very careful. Don't do what I did, which partially broke this plastic piece, which seems to hold this cable in place, or like kind of in an area that you can pivot it. and so you have to reset it and hold it while you screw it in. I'll let you know if it affects anything long term, but it appears to be fine right now. First test with the power doors turned on. Seems to be fine. Perfect. Our last one is this top one. Everything's working fine. We'll take the jack, support this area of the door. Make sure you have something guarding your door, like a rubber pad or anything else so it's not metal on metal. And really all we're taking off is these two 10mm bolts. You can barely see, there they are. And essentially this plate lays over top of the one that's mounted to the door, and the rollers are in here. So it's very important to know how much spacing this plate will slide over. So again, we want to mark kind of this back section, because this will be able to go this way more or this way more once these are loosened. So if you mark it, you'll know where that new one should stop, and then you can torque it down. So simply just remove these two 10mm bolts, make sure the door is supported, slide it out this way, pivot up, take your new one, pivot it in, and install in reverse. Once you've done that, all three of your sets of rollers will be replaced on your sliding doors.